What is grief? How do we connect with someone that has died? In what way can we memorialize someone after they're gone? How do we access the emotional experiences associated with grief if we've been taught through violence that we aren't allowed to feel? I lost my mother just 4 weeks after my 6th birthday. She was 38 years old. My mother was an excellent cook and baker. She was a friend, a gardener, a wife, a photographer, a daughter, a student at the top of her class at a medical university, a sister, and a quilter. She had been fighting a 2-year battle with liver cancer, which she succumbed to, haunted by powerlessness in the knowledge that her children would be raised by a monster. I grew up in a household with a violent alcoholic father, and although I did never see him hit my mother, the energy of domestic violence was palpable. As a kid, feeling and expressing emotions was inherently dangerous. I learned as a young child to shut down and carried that practice well into adulthood. As the concept for this show was forming in my mind, I knew that I would require a physical and visceral experience to force myself into the grieving process. From the Ashes is about creating connection and about honoring a life taken too soon. I used my mother's ashes added to a wet porcelain slab to form individual hand-cut tiles. Each tile represents a fragment of grief and the emotional processing that I have both attempted and avoided for the past 27 years of my life. Toward the end of her life, when she knew that the cancer was terminal, my mother told my grandmother that her biggest fear was that her ashes would be shoved in the attic and that she would be forgotten. Inspired by the patchwork-style quilts my mother was skilled at creating, Memorial, an installation piece, will stand as a 7-foot by 7-foot deconstructed quilt, formed with 441 individual porcelain tiles. Each tile was pressed into a total of 5 different fabrics, corresponding to a specific color, to form a patchwork pattern design hung within a frame. Each bisque-fired tile was painted with acrylic ink with the intent of creating a finish that allows the ceramic to jump form and truly mimic the texture of fabric. From the Ashes represents the metaphorical concept of grief as a transformative experience, turning the pain of love with nowhere to go into something more beautiful, like a phoenix, rising from the ashes. Memorial will serve as the final resting place for the woman that gave me life, a woman who was herself a living, breathing, and loving work of art.